All right, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna give a little elk calling demonstration tutorial here. So I got the amp. It's the Pitch Black 2. A lot of people don't know how to use these diaphragm calls. A few tips, a few pointers. They come in different sizes, different shapes. One of the things that I really like about all the Phelps game calls, especially, so they have this metal piece that goes at the palate, the roof of your mouth. For me, that helps a lot. I tend to use a lot of pressure when I'm calling. I've tried the smaller plastic calls and I can't ever get them to break over right. So one of the things you want to do, you're gonna put the reed in your mouth, and one of the best ways I can think to describe this is if you're gonna say the word S, that S sound, how you can feel the air coming over the top of your tongue, versus what I see a lot of people do when they first get a reed call is it would be like an SH sound where it's where all the air is blowing around the side of your mouth. So what you want to do is that air to come over the top. Okay, so you're gonna put this in your mouth, position it on your tongue with this metal piece towards the roof of your mouth, and then what you're gonna start practicing doing is that and pushing that air over the top of the call and using your tongue to push the call up and down. So it's gonna look like when you get to that point, you can start messing, doing some cow calls. You really got to practice that pressure though. That's gonna be the biggest thing that's gonna help get your calls right. So once you do that, you can start doing smaller cow calls. And to get that different sound, really all I'm doing is adjusting the pressure of my tongue. So it starts out with more pressure and then you drop it off. More pressure, drop it off. And again, you're just pushing that air over the top of the call like you would when you're making that sound. So once you get that going, you start adding in little buzzes and like guttural noises where you stuff like that. And then eventually you'll move on to bugles. I got the Phelps metal bugle tube here. So when you're gonna bugle, what you wanna focus on is that high-pitched mosquito sound initially to start your bugle. So it'll sound like, if you can do that, again, a lot of pressure. You're not forcing a ton of air over the call when you do this. It's not like you're like letting all the air out of your lungs. You're just pushing air out. So you're gonna wanna start with that and then come down. And again, that's just dropping my tongue. So when you have a bugle tube, you get a lot more bass, resonance, different sounds like that. So it'll sound. So once you can get that going, then what you can do is you can start adding in little grunts at the beginning of your call. And I do that with my throat, where you, and when you do that into a bugle tube, as you're blowing that air over the top of your tongue, you get something that sounds like this. And that's that grunt that you'll hear resonating through the tube at the beginning. So keep trying that. Another little fun trick here with the bugle tubes. Elk actually make a glunk sound. Not sure you can hear that, but you can tap that bugle tube there and that'll give you that glunking sound. So again, I'm no pro at all. I'm all kind of self-taught with my elk calling, and just practice, drive my wife, my kids, dogs nuts. I'll take this with me in the truck and I'll just practice. But eventually, if you keep it up, you can start putting different things together and different sequences. So then when you're out there in the woods, you can do a cow calling sequence. You can add in a bugle. You can add in a lip ball bugle, which is basically you're going into the tube, into the mouthpiece there, and you'll get a something like that. So again, just a little demo. that's just a quick intro to how to use diaphragm calls, bugle tube. Good luck out there. Also, if you want, you can do the coveted yak call. Brings in the elk every time. You don't even need your diaphragm. You just get your bugle tube and you give them the old yeah, and then they come in on a rope. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, share, repost, do all the social media things. Just a dad out here who loves to elk hunt. Thanks. Have a good one.